Max, how are you feeling? How are you feeling like you're going to be able to plan Thursday?
Oh yeah. Feeling good. Good play.
Follow up. What have you been dealing with, and what is kind of missing these last couple games? What have you been working on to try to get back?
Getting healthy, but really just trying to be there for my teammates still. I know it's been hard. Just on more of my mental side the last 3 games, not being able to be out there and play. But all I gotta do is have the best for me, get my body in a position to be out there with the guys and play these games. But I think I've put myself in a really good position to make a deep run here in this Big Ten tournament and this NCAA tournament.
We'll stick with you, Max, for a moment. During these last 3 games, was there, especially this last game, was there ever a point where you thought maybe you were close to coming back and just couldn't give it a go, or not?
I think I know my body pretty well. Kind of understand what I need to do to prepare myself for games beforehand. Whether that's getting extra reps in, getting up and down where I practice, getting extra conditioning in the weight room. And I just don't think I was ready at that point in the regular season to kind of come back and sort of say play with fire. Just wanted to make sure I was completely at peace of mind, being able to go out there, a lot of joy. So just had to make sure everything was feeling good.
Next, staying on that same page, Big Ten tournament, you've been here a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, you guys played 4 straight games. Do you feel like you've been ready to play, if that happens, 4 straight games? Or do you feel like there might be more of a restriction if you guys don't?
No, play all 4. For sure. I mean, play all 4.
John, Tonje, I know that you've obviously been very team first and caring about wins more than anything, but obviously first team all Big Ten. Just what does that mean to you individually, and how is that kind of representative of the year you've had and the year you've had with this program?
It's definitely a blessing, to be in that position and get to represent the university like I get to, and I think really. I think it is a team award. You have to be able to come up with enough wins to be able to make it on a list like that. So I'm really just blessed to be in this position.
For all 3 of you, John, you also were here last year. Max and John Tonje, you guys are both seniors. Big Ten tournament is a bit of a different field. You guys could potentially play 4 games in 4 days. Coming off this last few games, how do you guys kind of rebound and maybe prepare for a stretch where you might have to, play in a different kind of environment where you're playing multiple games over the same, over that same stretch of days?
I haven't played in the Big Ten tournament, but I know from previous years that when it's when I go home, it takes everything you got. So I think we just have to have that mentality. Just every single play and never look at the next game. Don't even look at the bracket. Just look at the opponent across from you and just give everything you got each day. That gives us the best chance.
I agree. Just trying to take. I think the biggest thing that we did last year, which kind of made it a successful tournament for us, was just taking it game by game, not really worrying about who was winning on the other side of the Big Ten tournament bracket. We were just more concerned with how can we get 1% better, each and every day while we were in Minneapolis. This year it'll be in Indy, but same story. And it's helpful when you get a lot of those guys kind of returning to with part of that team and knows what it takes to make a run in the tournament.
Max, I saw you posted earlier. You thought it was laughable that John Blackwell was in Big Ten honor.
You're laughing right now. You can't ask a question.
Wondering if you could expound on your feelings on that a little bit.
I mean, I just don't know how many sophomore guards. I mean, I don't want to say sophomore, but younger guards going in. Have a point guard that left last year that was ball dominant for us and ran most of the show for us, and that was big shoes for JB to fill. And I think he did everything in that So, I mean, the average is 16 a game, 6 or 7 boards, 2.5, 3 steals a game. I think he impacts winning at a really high level too. I think it goes beyond the stat sheet. I don't know. Don't know. Sorry, JB. We know what it is down in the locker room. Like, I think that is one thing though that this team really does have is we don't, I mean, it's awesome. Like, I'm so grateful that we have these guys and they get these awards, but I know these two up here, they're more concerned with kind of winning and making this run. At least John is, you know, us old heads up here. Probably y'all got a bullet on with JT. We're making a run at UTJ. Yeah. Okay. I'm on the same page.
John, curious, do you have any feelings on that? Seeing the news, do you have any?
Yeah, it is what it is. I can't really, all I can do is go out there and play. Can't vote for myself or can't encourage somebody to vote. But I just feel to the fire, you know. I feel like I got snubbed last year, the same way, freshman year. So I think I'm fine with it, but it's not in. I just keep working, keep getting better. I've been underrated and doubted my whole life, so it's not new.
I guess I'm hoping maybe each one of you can weigh on this a little bit. Coach Bartleson, you know, he's gotten some Coach of the Year nominations nationally and things of that sort. I guess I'm just wondering from each of your perspectives, what makes him successful, do you think? What makes him effective in that role from your experience dealing with him?
I'll start. For me personally, I think the biggest thing that kind of makes him successful is just his ability to be truthful and honest with us. I think like a lot of other places around the country, kind of sugarcoat things and tell guys what they want to hear, things of that nature. But I think Coach Card's ability to be truthful and honest with us, maybe sometimes stuff we're not going to like to hear or want to hear, but it's the truth and we need to hear it. I think he does a good job of that. And that shows that he cares about you as a person and builds a relationship off the court.
Yeah, like what Max said, Coach is, he's a very honest guy. He's not going to give you anything. Everything is earned. And I think on the Coach of the Year, I think he's adapted to the way the game is going very well. He's brought in great pieces around us. Just not go out and recruit everybody. Just brought some great pieces around us. I think we're just playing good as a team. I don't know what we were ranked going to like 12. Yeah, he just did a great job this year, and he's going to continue to do a good job.
Yeah, I think Coach is super humble, and he leans on his assistant coaches, which is I feel like a huge thing. And then also another thing is just like he holds everyone accountable. I think me being like first team or whatever, he yells at me just as much as anybody else on the team. He holds us all accountable, including his own son. So I think that just goes to show that the guy he is and the character he has and the expectations he has for everyone wearing a Wisconsin jersey.
Anybody have anything else for JB, as I know he has a commitment at 6?
This is just for all of you guys. 3-point shooting has been a big part of your guys' formula for success this year. The last 5 games has kind of been where it's teetered a bit, shooting around 28%. Have you guys seen something different in the looks of those last 5 games? And how confident are you, especially Max, going back in Florida, that you guys can kind of get back on track with the threes going into the tournament?
I think we're at a really good spot. I know most of the threes that we get are the right ones. They're the good ones, the ones we want to shoot. And that's just kind of hoops at the end of the day. Sometimes you're going to hit the open one. Sometimes it doesn't fall. But I think what that's shown us in the last couple games here is areas we can impact winning without being able to shoot the ball. I think it showed us, we can win games defensively, could win games on the boards. And just kind of, like the old Big Ten, I like to say, kind of gritty, rock fight wins. I think it showed we have the capability of doing that. And, once the threes start falling, that sort of opens up everything for the squad.
Right, if there's a possibility y'all could play your way into getting signed to Milwaukee for the first couple rounds of the NCAA tournament. How much is that, how important is that to you to kind of be able to play closer to home, or is that something you're thinking about at all heading into this tournament?
I think it'll be a great opportunity for us. The Badgers travel wherever we go, so it's awesome. I love it. Like Greenbrier, wherever we go, I know the Badger fans would. But yeah, it would just be awesome. Not too far from the crib, and just put on for the state of Wisconsin.
Carter Gilmore said it was awesome there a couple of years ago. I think they played Colgate and then Iowa State. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's yeah, he said it was a great atmosphere. So yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, hoops. I think at the end of the day, we just gotta be focused on basketball and see where it all plays out.
That was 3 years ago, wasn't it?
Anything else for our student athletes? Thank you, guys.
Thanks.